was it.
Your family moved a lot throughout your childhood. Why did you move so much?
I think just my mom, like once the divorce happened, okay, so like my mom and my dad, like my dad's old school Italian, right? So my dad's side of the family already wasn't feeling my mom. She wasn't Italian, so there was a beef there. So they kind of had to do their own life. Like my dad kind of got excluded from his family. Like, oh, you just had a child out of wedlock with this fucking, you know, with this lady who's not Italian. Old school Italians weren't feeling that. So then we were kind of over here while my dad's family was over here. And my mom's side of the family, they were cool. They didn't have those type of upbringing, so they didn't care. But I think just after that, and my mom being single with me, you know, I can't imagine what it's like having a single child and being a female trying to survive in this world all the way through. So wherever she could make it work, that's where we went.
Are you close with your dad's side of the family now?
Nah, like my dad, rest in peace. Like we were always cool, and then we had a falling out. I didn't talk to him for probably a decade or so as I got older. And then once you get old enough and you're trying to just move forward in your life and just get past all the fucking trauma and all the bullshit, you have to fucking be able to let go and forgive. And as I got older, I was able to do that. I was like, you know what? I'm sick of this shit. Like, regardless, like, I got to keep it cool with Pops. So after not speaking with my dad for fucking, God, like I said, over a decade, I went and knocked on his door one day. And I know that he had gotten cancer, like, before that. But, like, I had a lot of fucking, like, ill will towards Pops, so I didn't care. I was like, whatever. Like, my brothers, even though it's not his dad, they kind of lived in the same little area. So my brother called me like, hey, your dad's got cancer. I don't know if he's going to make it, whatever, whatever. And I was just like, well, whatever. Then he's not going to make it. But, like I said, you get older, and I was thankful to have the opportunity to go knock on the door and just, just squash all the bullshit and have a conversation and start to build that relationship. So later on in life, the fact that I was able to do that before he died was fucking, that was a bonus for me.
When you knock on the door to see your dad, who answers and what do you say?
My dad answered. I didn't know if he would. I didn't even know if he still lived at the house, but he answered. He opened the door, and that fool just immediately grabbed me, hugged me, and started crying. I never seen my dad cry a day in his life. Even when, like, other people died in the family, that fool never shed a tear. Like, that old school Italian shit. But I think him going through the cancer and almost dying and all that crazy shit, I think that it helped him understand a lot of shit in life that maybe he didn't see before. And then that person that he became after that is the person I fuck with. That is the dude where I'm like, oh, I can fuck with you now. Okay, we're both on the same page. And then we were able to, come together and have conversations and be cool.
Sweet, man. How long after that reunion does your father pass away?
Fast, bro. Maybe like 2 or 3 years after that. So like, I go knock on the door. We're cool. We start talking and shit. And then I get in trouble. And I end up, whatever, we'll probably talk about it later. But anyways, so I go to prison. And then as I'm doing my reception and all that shit, I get to the prison yard where I'm at. And one of the first people I call is Pops. I'm like, yo, what's up? And he's like, yo, I got some shitty news. I went to the doctor. The cancer came back. They only, they're giving me a year to live. Well, my sentence was 4 years, but I only had to do 2. So I was like, okay, fuck. Well, I'm going to be in here for 2 years. They say, so I lost it, as I think any person would. I was like, fuck, you're going to die while I'm in here? Like, nah, hell no. And he was just like, well, I'm not doing chemo. Fuck all that. I'm going to go holistic. And he went a whole nother route. And long story short, he ended up lasting longer than what the doctors told him. And then once I got out, we were still able to be cool. And he probably died maybe 8 months after I got out.
Wow, man.
But yeah.
I'm sorry for your loss, but that's great that you were able to get out and
yeah, absolutely. Nah, fucking rest in peace, Pops. Like I said, the person my dad was before the cancer shit, I couldn't really fuck with him. We were just too different. And then I think just, life humbles people however it's going to do it. And then for him, that was him. I think he saw a lot of shit internally, and then it just made him become just somebody that I could fuck with and just made him a better person. So for that, like, I'm thankful that he had to go through that to get to that. Obviously, I don't want him to have cancer and all that shit, but going through that made him a better person and then allowed us to be able to have a relationship again. So, yeah.